Hello and welcome back to God on the Grind. This is part 15 and I'm Daniel's Probs. And yes, the actual full-on pack has been updated. And I've actually updated this world. And to be honest, I haven't actually had any issues. I was a little bit scared, apart from one thing is we don't actually have Optifine anymore. Look how close I'm zooming in. Yes, I had to actually install a bit of a zoom in mod. I kind of like having the feature to zoom in. But yeah, this zoom in mod is a bit extreme, but I kind of guess I could get used to it. Now, I do notice when I zoom in, though, things kind of do, like, glitch out. I don't know if that's something to do with the new stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of new shiny features, especially one of them being that we got quite a lot of options in the actual default pack now that we can actually change a lot of things, like how many star densities there are. I guess this would make sense if we were traveling different planets and stuff, but I don't think I'm allowed to do that on the Garden of Grind challenge. But yeah, off camera, I have set up another coke oven because I'm desperately needing the stock of charcoal and also the oil that I'm using to cook up stuff with furnace and stuff. But yeah, we also made another brick blast furnace. Now, I am sharing the wall of this one, which is a very, very, very nice feature. And yeah, I definitely want to get another one just slapped in here. But these fire bricks, man, they're quite expensive. So once again, we're back on here doing some testing. And yeah, I have basically designed the 4th mob farm that I am willing to go ahead and make on my world. Yes, this is something very special that I've been working on quite hard. And I've actually just gone ahead and turned a difficulty to peaceful just to turn off mobs. But yeah, I was doing a little bit of testing, and I'm sure you probably know what this glass is, called Spectral glass. Now, we can actually go ahead and craft this, wherever it's gone, there it is, with this ectoplasm stuff that we actually get from killing the spirits that kind of sometimes come out of the mobs. But yeah, we wrap that up with some glass, and we get 16 out of it, which is really nice. But this stuff's really special. Now, I think there is actually a little bit on it in the actual quest somewhere. There it is. And yeah, what it actually says here is that mobs can walk through it, but you as the player can't. Now, it's not only mobs, it's actually pretty much all entities. Oh my god, I can't get used to that. And yeah, what I've actually discovered is something pretty fantastic about it, is mobs can spawn on it. Now, I'm sure this is a bug. It's gotta be, right? Mobs can't normally spawn on glass, because let me just grab a vanilla block of glass. Oh, I'm in recipe mode. There we go. Let's shake that. There we go. So we've got some glass now. And yeah, because this is a transparent block, you can see nothing can actually spawn there. So I don't know if this is an intentional feature or what with this special glass. Now, I probably would say it's not. So I'm going to kind of utilize this as best I can, unless I'm completely wrong. But if it is, this is amazing. And yeah, all we need to do is set up a mob farm just full of this stuff and some water, and essentially you got yourself a pretty goddamn fast OP mob farm, I would say. But now, why have I set this up to be a 5 wide, not a 3 wide, Dan? Well, this is because of spiders. So the idea would be the mobs will spawn in. As soon as they spawn in, they fall in my little water stream. Yes, in the future, hopefully we can get fans or some other way of pushing the mobs in. And then they would fall down onto the spike, but the idea is not to fall on the spike because the XP and the items will fall on top of that. That's not really what I want. But yeah, I want the mobs to kind of fall down in this little river, and then we're using just the one spike I got on my world because obviously I've enchanted it with educational and some sharpness. And then, yeah, the mobs will just kind of come here and take damage and essentially die. Now, another cool feature about the water is when mobs are actually in it, they kind of like somewhat bounce. So even like baby zombies and creepers and stuff will actually die to the diamond spike. Anyway, underneath we've got 3 vacuum hoppers here that are all set up. Now, the reason I got 3 is to kind of collect all the XP before it despawns, because this thing seems to only collect 50 XP at a time, or disperse 50 at a time, I've noticed from looking into the tank when it's kind of dripping all the XP out of it. Yeah, but we have to kind of extend this and expand it a little bit, because this is what I've got in my world right now. It's not that expensive because I've actually got an assembler now, and it kind of makes it a little bit cheaper, which we'll hopefully figure out today. And yeah, it's kind of going into a diamond chest for now. But this isn't really what I'm really happy with. Now, obviously, this is a lot of a serious upgrade to what I've got in my actual world. But what I'm actually done is figured a way out, okay, how to automate bucket crafting. What on earth have you done, Dan? What is this mess? Well, let me explain. Now, it's very silent over here because we've actually got these mufflers. If I start to break these, it would get quite noisy. So we definitely need to... That's not a muffler, Dan. We need to get a muffler back quick. Now, on the actual so-called PDF, as I always talk about, they mention about Project Red. Now, this is Project Red crafting tables, these two things here. Now, this one is just a basic crafted table that you can kind of somewhat save recipes in these little recipe plans. But then you can actually attach these recipe plans in the automatic version of this kind of crafting table. Now, I was testing with this and I thought, right, that you would need power, right? It's an automatic crafting table. It's got these like power bars on the side. No, 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 no. You don't even need power. The only reason of having power is to actually unlock all of these different slots. So you would have 9 different slots. But who really cares about that? We could just kind of use the one slot and save recipes in here and then kind of move them across. So the way this works is if I want to go ahead and craft, I don't know, redstone or whatever this is, quartz sand, I would put a recipe plan in here, hit the little feather, it saves it, and then you've got that recipe. Then you would go in here, put the recipe in here, switch it for the redstone, and that's just gone sent off, probably gone into there in a minute. Yep, there it is. So yeah, this is quite cool, but then how am I going to automate bucket crafting? Now, I discovered these little item cannons. Now, these are essentially a way of transporting items up for me, just to save on a little bit of resources, because obviously resources are a little bit tight for me at the moment. Yeah, what I'm doing is essentially pumping out the XP all along this little tube, up here into this forestry bottler. Now this is designed to bottle up bottles normally, but it actually works with buckets. But this thing needs RF to power, so we have got a commercial steam engine. Now if you remember, I made the yellow one, which is the hobbyist one, which requires water and fuel. This one just requires steam. Now this thing does cost a little bit of steel, but it's not out, you know, they're not breaking the bank or anything. Now I'm going to need to craft a couple of these solar boilers or some sort of way of generating steam to power this. So then obviously we need a water siding next to this. And I've just put a random tank here. Now I discovered while I was testing around with these, you can actually stack these things and they actually kind of link together, which is quite a nice feature. I don't know why it's not doing it there though. Is it because it's empty? Maybe. I'm not really too sure there, but that's definitely saying 48,000 of steam. So I really want to do this because when it becomes nighttime, this will essentially be off because this thing does eat quite a lot of steam for the amount of power it actually generates. But yeah, that's kind of that back end part of it, which will essentially power this. Then what's happening is I'm kind of almost rotating the recipe like this. So what happens is this thing creates the XP buckets. They go along this little hopper chain here. Obviously, I could use pipes, but hoppers are a lot slower, and some pipes are slower as well. But hoppers are better because these things are non-stackable because they're obviously buckets of XP, and it kind of helps with the timings a little bit because, yeah, this is a bit janky. That's the best way to explain it. So the XP buckets go through here, go to the auto crafting bench, and then the XP bucket will be like here probably. Then there'll be an empty bucket if it's crafted it, and then there'll be a redstone. And then they're all going out into this transfer node because this thing is quite fast. And I could just craft it at my current stage. So it's definitely worth going for this, I think. It's a lot faster than any other situations I've got. Now, I have been really digging through and looking into this. There's so many different options. Now, obviously, the main option, I would love to get myself an item filter, please, man. If I put this back to recipe mode, we will see the recipe for this. There's a bit of a problem. I need an EBF for this, an electric blast furnace to get stainless steel. Don't have access to that just yet. I mean, I probably could do it, but it would be very time consuming. And then the other problem is the translocator. Yeah, it needs aluminium. Aluminium is a no-no, as we already know as well. We need a electric blast furnace for that. So I'm a little bit disappointed by this one because this has a built-in filter system and it spits out items so fast. I've used these so much in Project Ozone before and they're really good. But yeah, I had to kind of go for this option. So what's happening here, we're not really filtering anything, but the way we are filtering it is by using draw keys and locking them. Whoa. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and grab quite a few XP buckets here and show you what actually happens. So let's slap all of these things in here and you will see this thing will start to craft, but it's not, like I say, really, really fast. Now, I'm wondering if this is because it's not actually powered as such yet. So this is something I'm going to have to start investigating and looking into. But yeah, you can see it's definitely crafting it. The buckets are going through, and you will see a bucket's like flying around. It's actually quite funny to watch. And the reason this is so high is because this takes a few more ticks to kind of run through than the actual bucket, because it will end up looping. That's what I'm trying to say here. Eventually, we'll have one random XP bucket just constantly looping. But then from this cannon, they're firing back into this hopper, and obviously this is getting filled back up. If this had XP, yeah, we would be, you know, constantly doing this, but I've turned it into peaceful for now to avoid any explosions or anything. I don't want to blow that all up, if you know what I mean. So I kid you not, that actually took me quite a while to design, as you can imagine, because I really had to go through and look at everything that I actually have access to and what I can actually craft, or if it was too much or not too much, if you know what I mean. And I genuinely think this is the cheapest, easiest way of me doing something and achieving that. But my God, this is a huge shopping list. So this is page 1. This is page 2, and there is a little bit of page 3. It looks a lot, but I don't think it's actually going to be too bad. Now, I have actually counted in some things which is a bit unnecessary, like the glass and that. I know I'm going to need that. The diamond chest, yes, I'm going to need that. And I've also counted how much XP I'm going to need, because there's some interesting things. Now, the transfer node, okay, isn't that expensive to craft, but the part that's making it a bit expensive for me is the brass pipe. Now, brass is a very interesting thing. The only way I could see we can actually get it is by actually centrifuging down cobalt brass dust. I could be completely wrong here, but I'm pretty sure this is the only way I can get it. But now, normally you would make brass using zinc, and unfortunately, I don't have any way of actually obtaining that as such yet. Jeez, I'm never going to get used to this. So yeah, that is pretty much the lowdown of what we got to do today. Hopefully we could put it off. But first of all, we've got another shopping list to actually look at before we even tackle that one. And that is these 3 things right here. We want to actually make a toolbox. Now, I discovered this on the actual test world. And yeah, we can actually make a toolbox that essentially makes your life a little bit easier in the tool department, and I'm pretty sure we don't have to hook this up with anything, so that should just go ahead and make a toolbox. And what we can do is just kind of have a little toolbox in our inventory and put all of our little Gregtech tools in there, and then we don't have this waste of space, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I stumbled across this in the actual test world. I haven't actually physically tried it yet, but let's have a little look, shall we? What does this even do? Okay, so we could just we could just do that. And if we need a tool, grab it. Oh, no, that's actually quite good. That is quite good. Now, there is actually something else I want to go and do as well. And a lot of you guys in the comment section have mentioned this about my aluminite pickaxe. Now, a lot of you guys said I was a bit silly for what I did. So I've recasted another aluminite pickaxe head. But we've got the ridge right here. But we can't do anything with that because it's taken durability. Now, if I actually go in here, put this like this, yeah, we can actually switch the head out. Now, I've got a theory that this actually might need to be fully repaired for this to actually work. But I'm actually debating whether this is a good idea or not, because I'm never going to really be able to repair the aluminite pickaxe. Yeah, okay. Do you know what? I'm just going to go for it. Screw it. We're doing it. We need to upgrade, Dan. It's time. So now the other thing I need to do is actually go ahead and rename this, because somebody actually mentioned this to me, and there's a few of you guys, but this was the top one I saw on my previous part. The bomb goes boom. That's the name of my pickaxe. How lovely. So those things are out of the way. Let's go ahead and start crafting up these things here. So we need a basic centrifuge, and we also need a fluid extractor for what I want to do today. The centrifuge is going to become very useful for me because I'm pretty sure refined glue is quite useful, and I can get a lot more rubber as well, a bit easier using that thing. Like the raw rubber dust. But anyway, we need to go ahead and make some vacuum tubes. I'm pretty sure I've got everything I need to do this. And there we go. My first ever electric pump. Crafted. We need a piston, but we need a small gear for that as well. Oh, slimes. Now that is actually something I've noticed in the recent update. You can see there it says you are in a slime chunk. That never actually said that before. So that is actually a nice feature, and if I knew that was a thing, I probably never would have built it here, right? But no, yeah, cool. We got a fluid extractor and a centrifuge now, which is nice. So now we can start looking into the real shopping list that we actually need to go for. Now, these 2 things will require, because like I say, I needed to go ahead and get refined glue, and I also need to get the red alloy melted down, and we can do that in a fluid extractor. But this thing's very, very intensive, I think, in power department. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put another tin cable here and slap these two machines here like this. So we've got two tin wires hooked up with these two machines here. And what I'm going to do is, if I need to power these, I just need to go in my little toolbox, get my wrench out, and give that a little smackaroo and do such thing like that. So if we need these, we can do that. If we need the other side, we're going to have to just, unfortunately, do that. But the problem with doing that is it's actually going to lose the cable being connected, I think. So let me just lift up this. Yeah, it does. So that is a bit of an inconvenience. Maybe I should just get more cables down and stop being so rational on them. But I don't really want to do any of this stuff yet. This is why this is still a mess and not like that nice and stuff yet. Because I just want to get this set up. And then I can just literally stand over here, doing my thing, building or doing whatever I'm doing. And that's crafting away for me. Now I'm saying that because I've actually kind of designed in my head where I want this to be. And I want it to be here because I want this to work when I'm actually working over here in my little workshop area. And I want it to actually be on while I'm over here. So yeah, right, let's kind of set up and get ready to kind of rock with all of this stuff. Wow, are we really ready for this? So I've just slapped the chest down and I've put my spectral glass in there. And what I'm going to do is start filling this thing up with anything that I think is like pretty much ready to rock. So yeah, we can kind of get rid of one thing, which is there. So looking at this ginormous list, I think what I'm going to do is start smashing out quite a lot of the easier side things. This pointer thing is required, which I will show you later, but we got 4 wool in there, so we can go ahead and craft that right away. Yeah, there we go. It's a little mouse. Look, it's a bigger one of what I'm holding over now. That's so weird. Right, so redstone torches and pointer can go in there for now because we're not actually going to be using them just yet. So I'll just use the mold that I actually made from the forge to go ahead and make these casings. Yeah, we get 3 out of 2 ingots for this. It's actually quite a good deal, to be fair. But yeah, we should be able to just make this into a cell, no? Cool. And in here we are not got enough power. Oh. It's happened again. Dan, this setup is awful. What are you doing, Dan? Everyone's probably screaming at their screen. There we go, a universal fluid cell. And that's got 50 in there. Okay. So every time that does 2 slime balls, I think you get 50 then. So we need quite a bit of the slime balls in there. So I might as well just go and grab a whole stack or something. Right, so I got all the bits I need for 2 work tables, I believe. Nice. There we go. And we'll kind of do that and get them back out of there. So what I need to do with one of these is actually turn it into a Project Red bench. I don't understand that recipe, but I think that's probably done on purpose just because they're very similar kind of machines, I guess. So it's just easier. But yeah, I'm going to put that one in there for now because we're kind of done with that one. So we can kind of get rid of that. But the other one was actually for crafting the auto workbench, which is, again, similar like to what we just did. We need to put the auto workbench in to actually get the auto crafting bench from Project Red. So yeah, this actually requires some iron and a little electric motor. Okay, pretty easy to be fair. And whilst I'm working away over there, look how much XP is in this thing. 381,000. And yeah, we actually need 496,000 for some silver. But we also need to get 324,000 for some cobalt bronze. Or brass, sorry. Which will essentially turn into bronze using a centrifuge. But yeah, I'm back over here a minute. I need to go ahead and get some sulfur once again to get some rubber on the go. Now, I know there's probably other ways of doing this, but I'm just kind of doing this the fastest, the most easiest way for me right now. But yeah, I'm going to get 13, maybe 16 would be wise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Right, I got my electric motor, so in theory we should be able to make the auto workbench, and then we switch this to the auto crafting bench. Cool, so that is that side kind of done. Which is really nice. So we can get rid of those 2 things and that work table thing as well. So I've just noticed my centrifuge is full up with refined glue, so I can actually scoop that out. So I've just kind of turned it off for a minute. I'm actually going to put the assembly machine back over here because we are going to be needing this side more than this side now. God, because yeah, we need to get a load of rods, and yeah, we need to start using this, and we need to fill it up with the actual refined glue. So that's got the refined glue in it now, and we can also make this stuff as well while we got that in there. So recipe plans require paperboard, which is just paper on program 2. So if we press that to 2, let's go and grab some paper, do a couple of them. I want to get 16 because that will give me pretty much most of the recipes that the XP crafting requires. I'm going to see if I can eat a sandwich. No. We can eat some bread though, that's fine. And maybe some yogurts, right? We haven't had a yogurt for a while. Bit of lamb. If I want 16 of these, we need 32 pieces of paper. And while I'm over here, I should probably grab a load of planks as well and start turning these into sticks. Yes, there's probably a million ways of making this a lot cheaper and easier. But honestly, I've got so much wood. Probably going to regret saying that. And yeah, I didn't really care about this, to be fair, if you know what I mean. So we can just do that. That should give me 32. And how many do I actually need? 52. Christ. That's quite a lot. But we should be able to do it. Nice. So something else I've just remembered I've actually done as well with camera was make these muffler upgrades. I did mention about it anyway, but these things are really, really cheap to actually go ahead and craft. You just need to chuck in some wood pulp with iron plates, chuck it in your assembler, and away you go. But yeah, this makes this machines more nicer to just play with. You don't need to hear all those horrible noises anymore. But the only downside is you can't actually tell if it's run out of power, so like I have to constantly keep checking these to make sure they're not like, you know, got enough power or anything. I mean, like this for example, I wouldn't be able to hear that noise anymore because I would have put a muffler on it, but I haven't actually put one on those, so you could probably hear that anyway. Put that in there. Nice. So if I put that in there and melt that, can I just do that? Oh my god, you can. Okay, this is cool. So we got enough molten red alloy for that. We just need some steel, and away we go. Now, this is a... Oh no, it's an MV1. I didn't even spot that, Dan. No. So I'm wondering if this is going to be an issue or not, but I'm going to go ahead and put tin casing in there. Okay, no, it's fine. Even though I've got refined glue in there, it doesn't actually care, which is good. So yeah, we should be able to get one of these things again. Nice. Grab out this little excess little bit here. Put that in there and continue you on, I hope. I don't know why, but that seems like I've got too many iron rods in there. No? Like, way too many. There we go. What did I do there? That's weird. So obviously I got the paperboard earlier. I need to actually change this to those little recipe things. I didn't actually do that. So that's pretty okay, to be honest. We could chuck this in here. That's all done. We've got quite a lot of iron we need to turn into dust. How are we doing over here? All good? So I've got to be careful now because the basic bend machine is going to be on for quite a while. I need to essentially smack up 2 stacks of iron ingots into plates for actually making a slightly larger tank. So yeah, but not only that, we do need some for hoppers as well. So I'm probably going to use any excess I have left over for that. So that's good. We do need to go and do a little bit of bucket crafting. 16 recipe plans have all been done. That's good. So I've just come back over here to get some copper and nickel, but this has gone up to 420 now again. It is working while I'm over there, which is good, but it's not fast enough at all. So a little bit of a change of scenery. I think I should probably go and harvest these because they're well and truly overgrown right now. We don't want to be wasting any of this precious stuff because, yeah, we're going to need a lot of XP to go ahead and craft those cobalt brass or whatever it is. And we need the silver as well. So yeah, I may as well harvest these, right? Got to keep these berries under control. Right, in theory, we should be able to make 2 of these sturdy casings now, which is lovely. And we can make the bottler. Yes, that big one has been done. Good. So the commercial steam engine isn't too expensive, really. I've got the lapis. I've got the piston already. It's just these steel bits here. Steel springs. We put a long steel rod in a bending machine. Okay. Right, I'm pretty sure I've got everything I need for this thing. We are missing these 2 gears, but we should be able to craft them. God, I'm going to have to get another wrench soon. Hey, one commercial steam engine. Terrible thing, but that's what we're going to have to use, unfortunately. So that's it there. We've got the bottler in there. We've got my transfer pipes and the tanks as well now. Wow, okay. We are getting there. Right, we need some wool and sticky pistons. Chiseled stone bricks, those, and a weighted pressure plate, eh? So another steel spring and 2 iron plates. Oh, would you look at that? We made it to 1 page. I think as well I can make the key. So that's even better. Awesome. Look at this. We're so close now. Oh, God. Okay. We're getting... Right, we need to go see Alvis now, the villager, because we need to get a note block. There's some bad news, and that is I don't actually have any more Alvises. Oh, dear. Okay, how do we craft these? Oof. Oof, that's quite expensive. Cookie arrows, anyone? Way. Luckily, that guy did not turn. That's the actual simmering cone guy. How weird is that? We'll pick up the arrows again. Okay, that's a bit of a bummer. That is so weird. I put the guy in the exact same spot and it's like the simmering cone guy's back again, but it's not. It's so weird. Oh, what? Where did you come from? Okay, that was very strange. Right, so we've got a bunch of new dudes here that we can turn. Okay, we're missing one there, missing one there. Somehow there's just a random guy here. What is going on here? This is so funny. Alright, let's try this again. Wait, we got one! There he is! Phew! I genuinely started to think then if, like, you know, Alvis has left the building, as in, he wasn't in the pack anymore. That's what I started to think, because that took a lot longer than I thought, to be honest. But yeah, let's clean up these dudes. At least I got more villagers, I guess. But I'm scared they're gonna kind of die, because there's too many in one little confined space. We'll see. And honestly, I don't know what's actually happened to my cows that are in here. They've just kind of disappeared. Oh, what? How did... I need 2 ender pearl plates to go ahead and make some vacuum hoppers, and we are going to start working on this. But in this chest here, you might have spotted it, I've got a diamond block again. Yes, somehow I got stupidly lucky and got another one on my mob farm, which is pretty cool. So while I'm waiting for this diamond to be cut into plates for my diamond chest, I think I've got to do the sad mission now of crafting millions and millions and millions of things with XP. So I think what I'm going to do is just clear out all of this, chuck it all in there, grab as many of these as I can, and eat these very fast, because I'm going to show you something now what you can do in this brand new update. Oh yes, we can sneak and eat stacks. So you can just hold your mouse wheel and click while sneaking and do this. Ah, oh, joyous. This is like the perfect update for people who are playing a garden and grind. Jeez, man, that is so many levels. But yeah, we got to stand on top of that tank as well. Now, yoy, that's fun. So currently there is 376,000 in there without even putting my XP in there. So I'm going to go ahead and make the cobalt brass dust first, because that's 324 I need. And then the bigger one is the silver, which is for the solar boilers. So yeah, we'll do that one first, and then we'll do the other one, I think. Finally, we have 36 piles of cobalt brass, and that should equal 9 of them dusts. Oh my god, that was painful. This is going to take forever. And look at that, we've actually got 495. I need 496. I mean, could you not, like, do this game? But now it means I need to go and get my pickaxe, which is over here. Break the little grate that I put down. There it is. And I put this pipe back, and then the XP from the mobs should fill it up. That. Oh, Alvis has grown. There's a random emerald here. Wait, what? That's weird. Ah, okay. That's not a big deal, though. I'm not really too sure what's going on, but this Alvis guy seems to only sell jukeboxes, I think. Dude, you're useless. Oh, no. Oh, no, you're not. Sorry, I take that back. You're beautiful and you've got exactly what I need. Oh my god, that's so sorry, dude. So I've just combined all those dusts together and I've got 16. And I think I actually miscounted. I needed 64 in total. But yeah, that has brought down that XP to 36,000. What? That is pretty crazy, right? And this probably is completely full, by the way, the mob farm. I've got a feeling. But yeah, what we need to do now is essentially cook up all of those silver into ingots and press them into plates. So I got my screws. I think I can make a diamond chest. That is awesome. Oh, I really want to put this thing down, but I'm scared that if I do, I won't be able to pick it up. But surely I can with my special pickaxe, right? Whoa, look at the size of that. Okay, that's pretty good. It's not going to make it very, amazing, but it's going to help, I guess, at the start. Right, so silver should be done. Let's get these in here. We need to make quite a few rubber sheets here because we need 2 more rubber rings with my little knife. Nope, it's that way, Dan. There we go. This is for the actual electric pump that I'm going to use to pump out the steam out of my reserve buffer kind of steam tank setup, right? So that's that done. We are going to need a tin cable, which we might even have 1, 2 we've got. But we are going to need a little bit more because we need to go ahead and make a motor here. And we need 2 motors for the conveyor part of this transfer node. So that means we need 3 motors. Therefore, we need 6 wires, I think. So let's just chuck that in there like that. There we go. So I'm not 100% sure I've actually got enough silver here, but we can give it a go. So I need 3 of them. 3 more of them. 3 triples, and I've got a plate left over. What? I don't understand that, Dan. How have you done that? But whatever, that's fine. We got a spare plate. We will just put that in there for a rainy day. Oh my god, it's here. Brass dust. Yes. Okay. Probably one of the most expensive little dusts there is. Hopefully I'm cooking this correctly here. But yeah, the idea is that we just need to turn that into plates. Please tell me we can. And there is my brass pipes. Look how yellowy and weird they look. I'm pretty sure I've got everything for this. And I've got everything for this. And I've got everything for this. And this. Oh yeah. They're actually not getting that expensive for me anymore. It's not too bad to make these. Whew. Okay, so that's those kind of boiler part done. So most of that kind of part is actually done now. We just need to actually start thinking about the tank. Now, the last little thing is this transfer node, which is somewhat expensive-ish, but I've done most of it already. We do need to go ahead and make 3 electric motors. So there's my 2 gears that I need for this node, and I think, yeah, boy, we've done it. We got a transfer node. This should be the tank valve. This should be the glass part of the tank. And in here, we've made a cauldron. What? That's not right. Definitely on 20. What? What? What did I do wrong there? I never had that on 7, did I? So the last little things to craft are some coloured stone bricks. Now I'm going to be using this as the main building resource because, yeah, it's going to be a lot more blast resistance and more protective than, you know, just regular cobblestone. So that's why I'm kind of doing it out of this. But we've also got a load of stone over here as well that I've actually cooked up, and I can easily turn this into coloured stuff as well. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we've got a stack of bone meal on me as well, so we can just kind of do that again, but I can never remember if it's the die or the paintbrush. No, it is that way. I got both of them right first go. Wow. Okay, I should probably go and turn off this farm first before I do anything else, because we don't want 2 farms on at the same time, because that's just going to destroy my rates. Right, mob farm is completely off. There was only 2 creepers in there. Pretty easy to clear out. And yeah, hopefully now we will have better rates and stuff like that. That's the plan. So probably what I'm thinking then, maybe is somewhere in this region. But we don't know right now if there's actually any slime chunks or anything like that. So yeah, what I'm thinking is then I have an XP tank over there, like I had on the test world, pipe going all the way down under here maybe, and then we can have the bottler and stuff over here, potentially. I do need to go and grab some things from over there, like the spike and stuff, but I'd rather get the actual farm built. Now, what I need, Dan, is all of this, and some buckets of water, actually. Oh, and if you're wondering, I'm actually doing this 6 wide. This seems to be like the sweet spot, and obviously if you're doing a 5 kind of wide shoot kind of thing like I'm doing here. But this is quite nice, really, because it's not very resource heavy at all. But yeah, I've got to be careful because it's starting to become nighttime, I think. And mobs can actually spawn on these blocks. If I hit F7, I'm pretty sure, yeah. We got to be careful here. Oh, Christ. Dan! No! It's okay, I only had 1 level, but geez, man, you've not died for a while. Okay. Well, there's a shortcut. So I'm definitely going to have to go and get some more blocks, but I think what I'm going to do, because if this is 5 layers, I think I could put a nice row of jungle logs going around the middle of this. But anyway, I need to put some blocks in the corner as well, because we need to actually make the water spread from up in the corner up there, and then it kind of goes down, and it should be nice and flush. So that is pretty much all of it done. I do need to go and get myself about 8 more stone blocks, but I'm thinking for the roof, just chiseling up some random stone and putting chiseled blocks on the roof. So that will prevent me and stop me from putting torches up there as well. So it's a kind of 2-in-1 deal. I think I can get rid of these now, and I'm pretty sure all the water is good. Just kind of want to make sure with that log. Is that going? Yep, it's going all the way down, look. That's good. Right. That was the only part I was getting a little bit worried about because I wasn't too sure if I would be able to, you know, actually have enough. Now, I've been stupid and got rid of my blocks. So, yeah, we're going to have to go back and get them. Right. Oh, my God. These have a blast resistance of 6 as well, even though it's dirt. Okay. I was never aware of that. That is actually rather cool. Okay. I guess it kind of makes sense because they're technically bricks now. Sort of muddy bricks. But yeah, we've got a funky roof. We won't talk about that. But there we go. That should be completely... Yep. Okay. Scary stuff. We'll get rid of you. Next, we want to just go in here and just punch in a load of torches because I'm an idiot and I forgot to put in all the glass. But I don't actually want to turn this thing on just yet, do I? Because I haven't actually finished down below. So, yeah, we need to set up the tank. Okay, this should be the last block I need to put in. Oh my God, it's worked. 2,400,000 storage in there. So the ideal situation would be to probably go ahead and make a bridge, much like I've made over there, those kind of designs over there or something like that. Because then I can actually hide the underwork piping. Tell you what though, if I use the big one, it will fill that up as well. So this will actually give it a bit more of a boost, technically. Because it will be buffering in there a little bit as well, right? Now the reason for all the hoppers again is just so we can actually kind of limit the time of the actual buckets looping in this kind of orientation. So we want to go up with quite a few for this one. There we go. And right under that is where the actual autocraft is going to be. So we're going to have to make this go down a little bit, unfortunately, unless I make this pipe go higher. That's the only thing. I mean, I don't really mind it going down. It's going to be quite cool in a way to kind of go down a bit. Just kind of switch it up a bit. I could just kind of cut these blocks in half with my little saw, right? So I thought it'd be wise quickly just to go ahead and mine up a bit of cobblestone just to make this area around that little kind of thing I'm doing a little bit more safer because it's a bit messy. Apparently a pig died around here. What? Free pork. Thank you very much. We'll be eating that. Right, let's go ahead and make 6 more pipes here. These are a little bit smaller, but it's fine capacity-wise. So what we need to do on this side is this. So this is feeding in. So I might have overmade a few, but we can't really do anything about that. We always get 6 anyway. So yeah, all we need to do there is that. They should actually be functioning anyway. So that's going to start filling up with steam, look. Very good. And then we just need to put a pipe under that. there. Feed that going into there. And that isn't actually going out because we need to put the actual pump on there. No! That's very bad. Oh, man. It says here, to remove covers, use the crowbar. So I was right. So how does this work? Hey, I swear I tried that. Oh, God. Okay, that's fine. At least we learnt and we know. Do you know what? I'm going to just break this bottom tank. And do it like that. There we go. Yes, I've probably lost a bit of steam, but who cares? We'll get it back quite easily. Right, so what we need to do is pump this out. And I'm pretty sure we use a screwdriver for this. There we go. Import, allow, output. There we go. So it's actually going into the actual thing, I think. Yeah. But all we need to do for that little thing, though, is actually turn it on by using a lever, if you remember correctly. Jeez, man, this pickaxe is so fast. But yeah, we need to use a lever to turn this thing on, right? So there should be enough room just behind it. There. And there we go. So let's get the keys, lock these. And I guess we could just, oops, we can store in everything we want into there. Then we get these little cannons. Use the pointer, and we want to point this one back into here. So we should see like a black line. And that's aiming that into there. And then these buckets go into the one right in front of it, right? Now, I don't need to use the cannons, but I like them. I think they're very gimmicky and silly. And they kind of make me laugh. They just don't even get it. But obviously I could use them probably a bit better, maybe. I wonder if I could put a muffler block hidden away. So I'm currently playing How Low Can You Go? Yeah, we are pretty much on the bottom of the world. We are at Y2. But yeah, the reason is so I can actually access this a little bit easier, because I might need to if this gets clogged up. Like it has with my redstone torch that went missing. I couldn't find it, but now I've just found it. That makes sense. Yeah, we basically need to kind of go down really, really low. But for right now, for the sake of this, I'm going to just leave it like that. And off camera, I'm definitely going to make this look a little bit more prettier and nicer. But I just want to go and turn it on and try it out, right? But the other thing is we need to start filling up this with buckets and XP and stuff to kind of get the system going. But look, this is actually surprisingly... Oh, I see the problem. Right, it's time to do the honors of turning this thing on and watching this thing pump out mobs like no tomorrow. Oh god, I'm a little bit nervous by this. Oh god, oh god. Right, what we need to do is do that first. Then take this. Are you all good here? There's no more X's, right? No. Okay. We got one shot at this, so we got to jump. I can hear a spider already. There's XP going in there. Perfect. Very cute. We should be able to just access that. Oh my god. Right, there's some melon in there that I'm going to pinch to eat. But yeah, look at that. Full of XP. Automatically crafting a load of copper for me. How much have we got in there? Only 5. Because it's probably all stuck in here. No. Oh, hang on a minute. What's happening? Oh, there's no redstone torch there, is it, you donkey? I'm about to question my own design here. What have I done? There. You don't even see the animation. That's just instantly getting shot straight into the actual hopper. Now, I haven't mentioned anything about these item cannons. They actually shoot a stack, yes, a stack of items at a time, which is pretty OP. And maybe I'm going to use these to fire items all the way across. I think that would be hilarious to watch. But I've got a feeling it might actually also be a bit scary to watch. And why isn't... Oh, the XP is very dark. Okay, I'm going to go and chuck some torches on this thing. Because that looks very dark, right? we go. Oh, wow. This is fast. Right, well, I feel like this is a kind of good point for me to actually stop recording and end today's little part. But no, yeah, I am unbelievably over the moon with what I have created. This has been a lot of work in progress, as you have just saw. We had to do so many hours of crafting and grinding to get this up and running. But my God, this is going to change a lot of things for me right now. Now, I am noticing some little things here and there, which is XP isn't actually being pulled out fast enough, I don't think, via those vacuum hoppers. So let me just have a look at this. We can see this is all 150, but how much is in here? Okay, nothing. It's just the XP. It just isn't being collected fast enough. So I'm wondering if there is actually any other solutions to that. Maybe there's another way of actually picking up XP a lot easier. I don't know. I need to do some more further testing on this world. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. Thank you very, very much for watching as always. I'm DanRosProbs. And that is, yeah, like I say, the end of part 15. And my God, I can just literally stand here now and do nothing and get rich. But anyway, I'm DanRosProbs. Take care, and I shall see you hopefully in the next one. Bye! And don't worry, this will be nice and tidy and clean and lovely when you come back. Don't worry. I've got an idea. What are you doing over there? How did you get over there?